Speaker, we fully agree with all those who are saying we need to insist on the arms embargo against Israel, and we must also continue with our withdrawal of our embassy staff from Tel Aviv and Israel. We fully agree that indeed parties such as the DA will never understand the suffering of the people of Palestine because they've never been in the conditions those people find themselves in. If anything, they benefited from the suffering and the pain of others, and they will not immediately relate with what is happening in Palestine. We know what is forced removal. We know what is land occupation. We are still coexisting with land occupiers who come here and want to tell us about political point scoring and political opportunism. We cannot be lectured about human rights by beneficiaries of the butchering of our people. People who still wish that the tables can turn and that they can perpetuate what they used to do during apartheid days. So for the fact that they do not have an experience of being a victim of an apartheid, they will never support this. Why should it come as a surprise that the IFP will not support an action to remove an Israeli embassy? They did not support sanctions against apartheid. They did not support the international isolation of the South African apartheid. And they've always been the collaborators. They are direct beneficiaries of some of those who are linked with the apartheid, Zionist apartheid state. So apartheid collaborators and the people who opposed apartheid sanctions and international isolation do not stand any chance of supporting exactly the same call that we're making, because we know the power of international solidarity. So we're calling on all progressive forces to reject the blackmail of the FF+ when it says that ANC will support EFF, the ANC can't support EFF, the ANC must be pulled. That's how those who benefited from the blood of others will behave. The bloodsuckers, the vultures, the people who are still longing for the human flesh of Africans will never see anything wrong with what is happening in Palestine. Stop scaring us about economic opportunities that are going to be denied when we are removing the embassy of Israel. That is swart gevaar. It is what Afrikaner apartheid apologists survived with. They always created scaremongering and scare tactics for people not to support the genuine struggle. A product, the immediate beneficiary, the grandchild of the inventors of swart gevaar is coming with swart gevaar tactics here, that there are certain economic opportunities that if you remove the Israeli embassy, you will forfeit those opportunities and certain skills. That's what Afrikaner apartheid apologist survives on. And this should never be shocking to some of us. So we agree that indeed the referral to the ICC by the president, it's a clear direction that we cannot say these people are engaged in violation of human rights and still have them in our territory. They need to go. We need to take a bold move and say these people will go. And these people must go with immediate effect. We are not opposed to any amendment of any motion, because for us, this is not political opportunism. This is not point scoring. As long as at the end of the day, we agree that the Israeli embassy must be dismissed from South Africa, the rest of other gymnastics which people feel that they need to add on this motion are more than welcome, especially the ANC that prides itself of having benefited from international solidarity. It's an opportunity now for you to stand on the side of the people of Palestine, who have been on the side of the people of South Africa in the struggle against apartheid. It is our opportunity now to thank the world and teach the international criminals, that their crimes will no longer go unpunished. Our struggle for the self-determination of the people of Israel is nothing against the Jewish people, it's everything against Netanyahu, it's everything against the Zionists, it's everything against violation of human rights. This morning we're bombarded with SMSs on our phones and emails and social media accounts, because the Board of Deputies and the Zionist Federation send their members our numbers to insult us, to intimidate us. Will never be intimidated. The people of Palestine will know their freedom one day, like we struggled, and today we know our freedom. Will never know true democracy until the world it is democratized and people enjoy the freedom. Palestine.
Thank you. Honorable Malima, the time is up, sir.